Hi all, welcome to i-tutor Academy. Today we will discuss Unit 12, subsection 8 of Mmpc 009, and please refer last videos. So we will cover 12.7. So this is vendor evaluation and rating. Okay. So it is not always easy to identify good suppliers, and record maintained or procured from some other resources about the vendor help in their evaluation and rating. Usually a combination of price, quality, quantity, delivery time and service etc. give relevant weightage to these factors is used to rate the vendor, right? So these are the main factors. In addition, a checklist can be used to facilitate rating from department standpoint, and some of these points are reliability and technical capability and convenience, availability, after sales service, sales assistance, vendor evaluation. So recognizing that there is need for having good vendor, it is essential that suppliers are obtained from vendor after an evaluation of his capability, and the buyer who has to do the evaluation is faced with two different situations. One is evaluating the performance before the vendor has delivered anything, and evaluating the performance of vendor after deliveries has been made, and the latter one is normally called vendor monitoring and the former vendor evaluation. Okay. And what is vendor rating? And that is a product quality submitted by vendor has always been evaluated and used as factor in making purchasing decision. Recently the evaluation has been formalized by the use of vendor rating formula, which provide a quantitative measure of vendor quality. These ratings are primarily meant to provide an overall quality rating of a vendor for use in reviewing, comparing, and selecting vendor. And vendor rating is not a tool for making decision on submitting lots. Okay. To create a single numerical quality score is difficult because there are several input, each involving its own unit of measure. The load quality expressed as load rejected versus load inspected, and the parts qualities expressed as per cent defective, and the characteristics qualities expressed in numerous natural units, and the economic consequences of bad quality. And the National Association of Purchasing Agent New York has published three alternative vendor rating plans, that is categorical plan, weight point plan, quality rating, and price rating. Under this weight point there is quality rating, price rating, and delivery rating, and equation also here under this. Please refer your Igno study material MBC 009 and quantity rating also. Okay, so these are 4 points under weight point plan. Okay. And service rating there is service factors are there and their score also here, and accordingly they made the equation. Okay. And cost ratio plan, this plan compared vendors on the total rupee cost for a specific purchase, and total cost include price quotation, quality cost, delivery cost, and service cost. The final rating is in rupee of net value cost, and the value cost is the product of the adjusted unit price and the number of units. And the adjusted unit price incorporates three cost ratios. The quality cost ratio reflects the relative cost of quality, and the delivery cost ratio reflects the relative cost of placing and receiving an order. It also includes a promises kept penalty based on ranking of past performance of vendors. And the service cost ratio reflects the technical, managerial, and field service competence of the vendor. All three of these plans recognize quality in the rating of vendor, but the rating is not restricted to product quality. And vendor relation, the ultimate objective is vendor quality assures its production of material which so adequately conform to the buyers, and the requirement that there is no need for extensive acceptance or corrective procedures by the buyer. The activities need to achieve this objective include communication of essential and helpful information, design specifications, standards, and practices, and communication of engineering changes in specification, etc. Developing methods for detecting deviation from standard promptly, and helping the vendor in resolving quality problems. providing for use of vendor quality data in lieu of incoming inspections, using multiple vendor for major procurement of item, developing method for identifying the qualified vendors and for eliminating those who are unable to meet the quality requirement, and reviewing the performance of the vendor through vendor rating or other plans, and following up on the chronically poor vendors. So this is 12.9. Okay, so mistake is here. This is 12.9 section, that is computerized purchasing system. The attractive characteristics of computers, such as high speed, huge storage, quick retrieval accuracy, versatile, and diligence on the one hand, and increasing complexities in purchasing on the other, make an excellent match of computerization of purchasing system. So the declining cost of computer system is a additive factor. And nowadays all technologies are improving, so computerized purchasing is more easy. Let us visualize that the computer has following files: inventory file for each item, list of the suppliers, budget allocation for each department, master purchase file condensing the previous purchase. So in addition, the computer has facilities to print and the quotation request, purchase order, follow up, and inspection reports. So when requisition is received, the relevant data are entered through the appropriate program. So nowadays a screen and template design are providing proving much more convenient and foolproof, so this is more accurate. Okay, so computerization of purchase can easily bring and the desired coordination among other function of material management, as well as among other department of the organization, such as production, design, engineering, finance, and accounting, making etc., through suitable design of database and information system, right? So next is 12.10. So here one mistake of this is we started from 12. 8. Okay, subsection 12.8 and 9, and now we're discussing 12.10, purchasing in government organizations. Oh, so with the aim of providing the best possible service to the society out of the limited resource and following its policy of mixed economy, the government of India has itself entered into manufacturing and other type of commercial and trading activities. To gain the advantage of centralized purchase, all government purchase operation are controlled by a central agency, and the Director General of Supplies and Disposal, that is DGS and D, New Delhi, headed by its Director General, that is Supplies and Disposal, under the Ministry of Supply, Government of India. The DGS and D is responsible for all purchase of material of all kind and function as purchasing and inspection agency on behalf of and all ministries, attaches and subordinate offices of Government of India, and all state government and their departments, all local bodies such as municipal corporation, district board, etc., and all quasi public institutions, statutory corporation, and public sector industrial undertaking may also avail of the service of the DGS entity. Okay, an organization setup of DGS and D. The role of the DGS and D is very wide, and for smooth and efficient functioning, it is divided into supply, inspection, progress, disposal. Okay, so this is a division for that, and in addition to the activities carried through its wing, the DGS and D perform the following function and has directorate and offices all over the country, that is public relation and publication, standardization and quality control, and development of indigenous sources of supplies, and purchases from cottage and small scale industries, registration of suppliers, termination, suspension, and blacklisting of suppliers, rate and running contract, payment procedure, and intent processing. So next one is 12.11 subsection, that is introduction to inventory system. So concept of inventory means may be defined as unusable but idle resource. Okay, that is inventory defined. So if resource is some physical and tangible object such as material, then it is generally termed as stock. The stock or inventory are synonymous term, through inventory has wider implication. And broadly speaking, the problem of inventory management is one of maintaining for a given financial investment and adequate supply of something to meet an expected demand pattern. This could be raw material, work in progress, finished product, or the spare and other indirect material. And inventory can be one of the indicator of the management effectiveness on the material management trend. And inventory turnover ratio, that is an index of business performance. A soundly managed organization will have higher inventory turnover ratio and vice versa. And inventory management deals with the determination of optimal policies and procedures for procurement of commodities, since it is quite difficult to imagine a real work situation in which the required material will be made available at the point of use instantaneously, hence maintaining inventories become almost necessary. These inventories could be visualized as necessary evil. Okay, so next is inventory related cost. An inventory system may be defined as one in which the following costs are significant, that is cost of carrying inventories, holding cost, cost of incurring shortage, that is stock out cost, and cost of replenishing inventories, that is ordering cost. Okay, so cost of carrying inventory, cost of incurring shortage, cost of replace. So explanation is here. Please refer your study material ignore, and that will help you for more. Okay, so please read the section also. And importance of inventory management. Scientific inventory management is an extremely important problem area in the materials management function. Material account for more than half the total cost of any business and organization. Maintain huge amount of stocks, much of which could be reduced by following scientific principles. Inventory management is highly amenable to control. In the Indian industries, there is a substantial potential cost for cost reduction due to inventory control. So, inventory being a symptom of poor performance, we could reduce inventories by proper design of procurement policies, by reduction in the uncertainty of lead time, by variety reduction, and in many other ways. Okay, so this is all about today's session, and next up sessions we will go with the next video. And for more MBA series, you just do like, share, and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.
i-tutor Academy presents IGNOU MBA complete syllabus coverage classes for individual students, semester-wise subject with online and flexible timing. For more details, contact on +916 238 217885.